finally we are joined by my twin, my tether down in Boston, Celtics beat writer, Souichi Terada of MassLive.com. What's going on? I hear you're at Celtics practice right now. So,
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yep. I'm great. They pushed back practice about an hour.
For
I
this?
had this whole plan. No,
Oh.
not quite.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, it was basically supposed to be at 12:30, but then it got pushed back to 1:30. So I figured I'd just do it here. So yeah, a little bit of a depressing mood here at Celtics practice facility, but we'll see how they do after tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not big fans of the Celtics here, so it's a
Sorry, we just did 30 minutes of praising the
on
Heat
Heat
for
culture.
diving on loose balls.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Well, I
But
didn't grow up a Celtics fan, so I think I can relate to those feelings. We'll go with that as somebody not from Boston.
yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Well, listen, Souichi, I'm really glad you're here to join us, and we do want to talk about Celtics Heat in a bit. But first of all, the viral photo of you as the Will Lou lookalike, caused an uproar in this city, and I know I connected with you, messaged you about it. So what was your side of the story? Were you getting any messages from people about this? What's going on?
Yes, I didn't get any messages from any Toronto people until I was found. Then I saw a bunch of tweets and everything. But I remember actually, so it's kind of a 3.5-parter. Trying to make it quick.
No, take your
Remember-
time with this. Yeah, this is the main. We've been hyping this up for weeks.
Don't worry, man. This is what Joe Mazzulla said the timeouts for.
Don't tell Celtics fans that. But yeah, so okay. So I remember back in, I think it was January, Celtics Raptors. That was my first time in Toronto since COVID. So I was kind of like looking forward to it. I love Toronto. I love the Asian culture there, the Asian food there.
Yep.
So I remember I was at the games. I was at pregame, and I was just sitting down, minding my own business. Don't really know anybody on Raptors media. But somebody, I forgot who it was, but they were like, "Hey, Will." And I'm like, who are you?
Oh my God. Oh my
And so
God.
I feel like initially you're always like, I feel like as an Asian guy, you're always kind of like, what just happened here? Like,
Right.
did I just get racially profiled? Like, is this a problematic thing?
Right,
Like,
right.
immediately my red flags go up. And so I think I saw you, Will, like
Yeah.
on the other side of the room,
Right.
like when Nick Nurse was speaking.
Got you.
And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see it, but I didn't really think anything about it. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just went about my day, went about the game or whatever. And so that was part one. And so at the back of my head, I was like, I remember this. And I was like, okay, this is like a thing, but it's nothing like it hasn't gotten to this point yet where I'm on a radio show with you guys. But then part two, I remember Celtics Raptors in April. I think it was a back-to-back games in Boston. I forgot her name, but I believe the sideline reporter.
Savannah Hamilton.
Yeah,
the program.
Savannah. Yes, yes, that's right. She, once again, I was just minding my own business. I was on press row in Boston.
This guy's
and
just
then
trying to do
she
his
was
job.
Leslie, she would.
But yeah, so I was just, I just went up the stairs, went up to my normal seat, and I think Savannah was like a row in front of me.
Mhm.
And so she just comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, I'm Savannah. You don't know me, but you look just like this guy in Toronto." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I knew it was serious though because she showed me like the creep shot she took of me, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Like this is like a legitimate thing." Because
Yeah.
like I said, I had seen you before, and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah.
So we do look alike. It's to the point where people are talking about it, and so that was part two. And then part three of this, just to kind of wrap it up, was Alex. The night before you texted me, actually, I was in Philadelphia for Game 6, and I was getting a few drinks with some Sixers reporters, and for some reason, we got to talking about Will and how we look alike. Like I kid you not, literally the night before. We were just like, yeah, this guy in Toronto looks just like me. We pulled up pictures, and everyone's like, wow, okay, I can see it. Like, Will's a little bit like bigger than you, but we can see it.
Mhm.
And so then I wake up the next morning, and I wake up to a text from Alex. I was like half awake reading it. I'm like, oh my god, so I was like, oh, somebody was clearly like wiretapping my conversations or something.
Mm.
And the last half part about this is that Amy, I believe,
Yep.
she. So obviously last night was game 1, Heat Celtics. She was like, "Are you the Boston Will Lou?" Once again, just minding my own business. And I was like, apparently I am.
I cannot believe this story has involved going back to January in the media room during a
global,
Nick
man.
Nurse press conference. It's involved Savannah Hamilton, who's a teammate of ours, and Amy Audibert, a former teammate of ours. The Boston Will Lou this is the #1 story in the NBA media circles right now. That
Yeah,
is
and Amy was
amazing.
like, she was like, "Make sure they know I listen to the show." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, of course. The night before I was supposed to come on here, somebody has to get one last Boston Will Lou mention in before I join. So
Wow.
it was it was a long journey to get here, but I'm glad to be here. I'm very happy. My girlfriend finds this hilarious. I think she's listening right now.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
but
No,
yeah, that's kind of the story to put a bow on it.
yeah.
Wow, Asian Heritage Month, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is great.
We're kicking it off
Yeah,
strong.
well,
there.
Toronto Souichi Terada here. Do you have anything to say to that whole story that Boston Will Lou just told?
No, it's funny because me and Alex always joke because like me and Alex genuinely look nothing alike.
Yeah.
But people still confuse us at the arena, and not just like fans, like media members.
Yeah, we cannot name them at the moment,
it's
but
okay,
it
it's
has
okay.
happened. It has happened.
So like,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that this is happening. You know, and
Actually, I was gonna ask you, like,
Wow.
do you think you guys look alike?
yeah,
Okay,
kinda,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
We
okay.
kind of got the same hairstyle.
Okay. That's
you know.
that's what I want
I
to
think
know.
like it's the one big thing too is like, well, actually two things. One is that the head shape.
Yeah.
There is like a boxiness to both our heads,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So
I agree with
I'd
that.
love to know your 23andMe results. So, and I think the other two thing is just like there's not that many Asians with facial hair, like
Sure.
Oh, you're right.
consistent facial hair coverage. I'm
Yeah.
actually quite jealous of Souichi's facial hair coverage.
Yeah.
So,
I'm actually getting it a lot cut off today, but I appreciate that. I do
Okay.
take a lot of pride in my facial hair as an Asian guy.
you should.
Mhm.
It's quite good. So yeah, we need your background actually more than anything else because I know I'm my parents are just Chinese and that's it's not that exciting to be honest. But yeah, I need to hear about your background.
Yeah, so I'm actually 3/4 Japanese and quarter Korean.
Mm.
My
Got you.
mom's dad was from Korea, so I remember
Mm.
when the KBO was playing mid-pandemic, I became a huge Giants fan, loved the Giants fan because my grandpa was from Busan, and I was like,
Oh.
I need some kind of sports. So
Okay.
that is my background.
Hmm.
I can't speak Japanese though, which is pretty fun. But yeah, more Japanese than Korean, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay,
That's amazing.
it might be the Korean side because
Yeah, I think
my
so.
family is from like very north of China, like on the border with
Mhm.
Korea.
Mm.
So maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a funny story with that. I have
Okay.
a friend here in the Boston sports media market. She just found out. She's like, just like you mentioned, the 23andMe thing.
Mm.
Her mom did one, and she found out like her mom was like 40% Korean or something according to this test.
Oh, is this
So
Abby
she was like, "Oh."
or someone? Who
No,
is it?
not
Oh,
Abby, not
okay.
Abby.
Mm.
Though I did mention this to Abby, and Abby was like, "Oh, I know those guys." I'm like, "Of course you do, Abby."
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so she just
amazing.
found out she's like roughly the same amount Korean as me, which was kind of fun. So now we say we are just two fellow Koreans hanging out in Boston.
Wow.
No, this is amazing, man.
Honor.
No, I'm blown away. Well, I'm taking a Korea Japan trip this summer, so I'll be hitting you up.
Oh wow,
Suchi.
okay, yeah.
I
No.
will be
I haven't
hitting
been
you up.
back actually. I haven't been back to Japan in like now 13 years. I'm trying to.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
actually also trying to go back this summer during the off season once the Celtics run, however long it takes is over.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. Before we get to real basketball questions, do
Yeah,
want to
because
know?
he is a reporter after all.
Yeah.
In a very relevant series.
No, this is great. I
It's
mean, Asian
literally at
Heritage Month.
practice.
I love talking about my Asianness. This is great.
Yeah.
No, I love this. You know, Will mentioned the head size. Like he has a lot of trouble wearing baseball hats in general. Even like snapbacks. Like he actually has to snap the back of the hat in order to fit it on his head. Like, do you wear a lot of
wow.
hats? Like how's your head size situation?
I'm disappointed to say I think I have a pretty normal sized head.
Oh.
There goes
Yeah, I
the
don't-
comp. There goes
Yeah, I
the
don't really
comp.
quite have any issues wearing hats or anything like that. Though my friend who is part Korean, as she said, also has a giant noggin. So we're really putting this has really come full circle when it comes to head size.
Yeah, so I've told the story previously, but I'll say it here too. So I once went to a bike shop because my partner was quite concerned. She was like, you need to wear a helmet. You ride a scooter everywhere. You should probably wear a helmet. I'm like, yeah, I agree. So we went to the bike shop and we tried on like the largest helmet there. It just wasn't fitting, right? Like it's a horrible feeling. Like I know it's funny, but I genuinely feel bad sometimes for myself.
Mhm.
And then the guy comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, it's not your head. You just need an Asian helmet." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" So apparently they cut them in different ways. I think we have like a little bit more of like maybe a rounder rather than sort of an oblong situation. So it's maybe partially because of the shape, but no. Also, I wear like a platform 9 3/4, like Harry Potter or something.
Wow.
So.
No, it's a difficult situation. Also saw because people started seeing the comparisons and someone sent I guess they searched your name and other words and they found that you had visited Montreal. I
yes.
believe last year, and you're a huge fan, and I don't know if you know this, but like actual Will Lou, also a huge fan of Montreal and spent most of the
Okay.
summer there
Mhm.
last year. So we'd love to hear your review of Montreal. Maybe you guys ran into each other last
Wow,
summer
maybe
without
we did.
realizing. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think I was there last August. My girlfriend
Yep.
really wanted to go. It's actually only like a 5-hour drive from
From Boston.
Boston,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
made
yeah.
the drive. Yeah. So I'm from the Midwest, so like driving like 8 hours is like a day trip for me. So I was like, all right, I'm totally down to go. But it was great. I love Montreal. We did like a food tour, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Went on the water, stayed in this like super nice Marriott. As you guys know, NBA writer, I have a lot of Marriott points to burn. So
Mm.
it was really funny because my girlfriend was like, oh, like this lounge thing. I didn't know this existed. I'm like, yeah, it's great. And then we got like a lot of drinks and stuff. And she was like, wow, this is how you live, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it is how I live. This is pretty awesome, huh? So,
Wow.
oh, Montreal was awesome.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna float a Toronto idea to her this summer, just because I love Toronto.
Yo,
and I
let's
love
do
going
it.
back. Yeah, no, like Toronto's one of my favorite cities in the NBA. I think people like don't quite understand. I also like the cold. I'm from Michigan, so I've
Mhm.
always grown
Mm.
up like in the cold. I've gone to Toronto a lot when I was a kid.
Mhm.
So overall, like the Canadian cities, man. I wish Montreal had an NBA team just so I could go there more. I know they had the preseason game, but
They did.
otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah, I really like Montreal. I really like Toronto.
Okay, you know what we have to do is when you come to Toronto, whether that's for
Mhm.
work or for, pleasure, and yeah, we got to meet up. We got to take a photo, post it on our account. Alex is gonna get like 1,000 likes and retweets. It's
In
easy
the
for
first
him.
hour. Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll probably go to karaoke. Because that's
Oh
what
yeah, no,
Asians
that
do.
sounds
Yeah,
great.
we got to take you to
Yeah.
Koreatown. Have you been to
Oh,
Toronto,
okay.
Koreatown?
I don't think so. I think I like walked around it, but if a local is down to guide me, I am totally down for that. I know you guys mentioned you guys love ramen. I am just a huge ramen snob,
Oh
so if
yeah,
you guys can
Mm.
point me in the
gotcha.
right direction there, I would be very appreciative of that.
Yeah, I know Alex had a question in this rundown, so I'm just going to steal it. Have you been to ramen with an NBA player? Because that was a big storyline on the show last year. I was trying to get Utah to go with him, even though we interviewed him like 10 times.
Utah had agreed to
We should get
this,
ramen, the three of us.
and Will did not secure Utah Watanabe's number.
Ooh.
So what happened was when he sat down for a one-on-one interview, when he sat down with Fred VanVleet for a one-on-one interview, he actually handed a piece of paper with his number to Fred and told Fred to pass it on to Utah. And we're pretty sure Fred just threw that out.
You know the Jimmy Butler meme?
Yeah, he just scrunched it up and then just tossed it. And then it never happened. And then when Utah announced officially he was leaving Toronto and Will saw that, Utah was packing up his condo on Instagram, and it's a long story, but I was running Will's Instagram account at the time. He had asked me to make a last-ditch effort to DM Utah Watanabe, one of the most famous basketball players and just celebrities in Asia, and hoping that he would see the one message request asking him for ramen.
It wasn't even a message. You're right. It's a request.
Yeah, so
We don't even follow each other.
anyways, that's a long way of asking, have you ever gone to ramen with an NBA player? Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. I think I can put that on the bucket list, though. I do have a few spots around the NBA circles. I do think so. Obviously, my being Japanese helps. So I actually speak to a lot of Japanese media members, which is one of the coolest parts I think of my job.
Mhm.
I remember actually last year at the finals, I heard a few reporters speaking in Japanese, and I was going to go say what's up to them because I could speak the language.
Mhm.
And then they were immediately like, "Oh, you're Souichi," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess you guys already know me."
That's nice,
They were
man.
like, "Yeah, we saw your name," and I'm like, "I guess it is kind of hard to hide that you're Japanese when your name is Souichi Terada." So
That's
I might have to ask them that though, because some of them are based in New York. I guess I don't know where Utah will be next season, but they usually deal with him in Brooklyn a lot. So maybe if you are in Brooklyn and for some reason I am in Brooklyn, we can make that happen still.
Okay.
If
all right.
Souichi goes to ramen with Utah before you, that would actually be the perfect end to this
Damn
story.
it, man. I think he has a much higher chance of it.
Yo, he goes with Boston Will Lou. That'd be amazing. All right, any other lookalike questions?
No, that's it. Actually, we have
That's
Boston,
it.
we have Boston Celtics questions.
Now we have Celtics question.
We have 5 minutes for Celtics.
We have 5
questions.
minutes
All right.
for Souichi, man. Why are the Celtics like this every series? What is wrong with them?
That is a great question. I also asked them, and I ask all the fans. I think the fans especially are sick of it, though. To be fair, they're Celtics fans, so they're very spoiled in that regard. So I
Mhm.
think they have a little bit of a twisted view on that. But to actually answer your question, I just think this is how they are. Like this is just, it's just one of those things where like, why are you the way that you are? That's just how they are as like a team.
Mm.
Because this, like you said, like it happens every series. Like they just lose some game. I think I was gonna look it up, but like their third home game, so basically game 5 or 6, depending on home court. I don't think they've won that in like the last 2 seasons, and they have a finals appearance. So it's just kind of like, how is this happening? So it's very strange. I think it starts at the top though. Like realistically, like last night, Jalen was like, we were playing too cool. Marcus was like, we get bored with the little things, and I'm like, you guys are the leaders of the team. Like I think you guys should probably, and they did take accountability last night, but it's just kind of like, come on, guys, like. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. Like you guys have been here so many times. Like why are these letdowns happening? But to answer your question though, that's just who they are, I think. And I've been telling fans that, and I'm just kind of like, you just have to live with it, just because I don't think it's going to change at this point. Like this happened with Brad Stevens, it's happened with Ime Udoka, and now it's happening with Joe Mazzulla. And that's why I don't think it's like a coaching issue. I just think that's just how this team's core operates sometimes, and that could keep them from winning another championship because they had a great chance last year.
Yeah. Typical question between game 1 and game 2, but what kind of adjustments do you anticipate from Boston's perspective? Because obviously game 2 is now a must-win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I'm very curious to see what they do with Rob Williams in the double big lineup, just because. So I thought they should have maybe gone to that a little earlier against the Sixers, because obviously it worked in games 6 and 7. And a big thing with Rob in the lineup, I thought, was the Celtics can kind of lean into their defensive identity, which they built up a lot last season, right? And they were a top offense and top defense this year, but it just felt like a lot of the talk, a lot of the narrative felt very offensive focused, just because that's how Joe likes it, which is totally fair. They were one of the best teams in the league. I'm not going to criticize that. But I am curious to see, like last year, like you saw it immediately in the first quarter. And I don't, like Rob put up good offensive stats. I think he was 6 for 6, 14 points or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not, like he was getting hunted, by Jimmy, like pretty much from the first quarter on. I remember I turned to my B partner, who helped Michael Pina get my number, by the way. And I was like, yo, they're hunting Rob a lot here. I don't know what they're going to do here. So I am curious to see if they start that tomorrow and kind of go from there. Joe, we actually, like I said, we were at Celtics practice just now, and Joe kind of had an interesting response to the double big starting lineup. So I think that's kind of where you start. I am curious to see if they'll play Payne and Pritchard. That was very unexpected, especially because they have a Grant Williams, even a Sam Hauser on the bench who can space the floor and maybe give you a little bit more defensively. So a lot of factors here, but I think you start with a double big lineup just because it felt like that was just Spo being like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then it worked, as we saw yesterday, especially in that third quarter.
Yeah, I know the Celtics like switch a lot. That's really a lot what they do. But can they maybe not concede some switches that are a little bit more problematic, where it's like Jimmy Butler's going 1-on-1 against Payton Pritchard, or 1-on-1 against Robert Williams?
Yeah, I just think that's just like, I don't know. It's a little lazy to say that's who they are once again, but that's just kind of how they are, And another thing too is that there have been a few times, especially in Sam Hauser's case, where the Celtics occasionally like preferred if they did switch it, and their supposed weakest guy got hunted just because it kind of like messes with the flow. But against the Heat, I just don't think that's gonna work. And it's I think that's one area they will kind of look at. But I think it just starts with that double big lineup, just because Rob just didn't play a great game, and he's a great player, and I like Rob a lot, but it just wasn't working in game 1.